Another Death Row production. Mike Tyson, next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. It is Monday, May 4th. Looking back at yesterday, it was a day of just coming up short. We go 2 for 3 on our home run parlay. We go 2 for 3 on our first game parlay, and then 3 for 4 on our other one. I was slamming my head against the wall all day yesterday, but you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We have a 12 game slate of baseball here on tap today. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also at the end of the video, the 3 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game up, we got the Mets in Colorado taking on the Rockies. The left-handed pitcher David Peterson on the mound for the Mets, Shagano on the mound for the Rockies. Alright, getting into this one here, the Rockies just got swept here at home by the Braves. Today they welcome in the Mets. The left-handed pitcher David Peterson's on the mound for the Mets. He's been terrible to start off this season. He has a 6.53 ERA coming into this one. He's made 6 starts this season. In 4 of those starts, he's given up 4 more runs. His last outing against the Nationals, pitched into the 3rd inning, gave up 7 runs. He is a ground ball pitcher. He pitches for a lot of contact. Here today at Coors Field, I could see him struggling against this Rockies team that, granted, is only batting .235 versus left-handed pitching, but the last 3 left-handed starting pitchers they've seen, they've put up 2 or more runs on them. Both of the bullpens, I should say, are highly compromised coming into this one. I see both of the bullpens letting up a few runs. The big thing in this game is going to be both of the starting pitchers, which one of them lets up the least amount of runs. On the other side for the Rockies, we got Shagano on the mound. He's looked really good to start off this season. He's made 5 starts this year. He's only struggled in 1, which was against the Dodgers. His last outing in Cincinnati against the Reds, pitched into the 6th inning, no runs given up. Today, this is another ground ball pitcher here we got. He's going to be seeing a Mets team that's currently only batting .227 versus right-handed pitch, .229 versus right-handed pitching. They've been absolutely terrible, only slugging .335, showing no power. Here today at Coors Field, it's supposed to be, it's going to be about 70 degrees. For one, I didn't even mention this. This was like one of the first biggest things. I always do this shit. It's going to be raining in the evening part, but this game was supposed to be played like about 9-10 o'clock. They moved it up until 5 for the simple fact it's going to be a really bad storm out there today. It's going to be 70 degrees at start with 10-mile-per-hour winds, but the winds are blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks there. The Mets are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Colorado Rockies on the money line. The game total set at 10.5. I do like the under 10.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Hunter Goodman of the Rockies to have 2 total bases in this game today. Next up, we got the Boston Red Sox in Detroit taking on the Tigers. 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this one. Totally on the mount for the Red Sox. Skubal gets the start for the Tigers. Alright, getting into this one here. The Tigers, coming off of Sunday Night Baseball, have now won their last 2 games. Today, they're going to be seeing the left-handed pitcher totally on the mount for the Red Sox. He's made 2 starts this year. He looked really good in his first outing against the Yankees, but in his last start against the Blue Jays, pitched into the 5th inning, gave up 3 runs, was walking a bunch of guys, walked 4 batters in that game, really struggled with his command. He is really a one-trick pony. He only throws the fastball, which tops out at 100 miles per hour. Granted, it says that he throws the sinker 22% of the time, but through his first 2 starts, he's rarely thrown the sinker. It's been the fastball, and every once in a while, he's been mixing in the cutter. He's going to be seeing a Tigers team that's batting .217 versus left-handed pitching, only slugging .354. They have 6 home runs versus left-handed pitching. It's the 6th lowest in Major League Baseball. But in their last few outings against lefties, they have been hitting the ball a bit better. Looking at the matchup here today for Toll against this Detroit Tigers lineup, I can see a few of these Tigers really getting to him. Even Riley Green has been hitting left-handed pitching very well this season, so I can see this Tigers team putting up 3-4 runs on him here today. Looking at the bullpen, you're going to hear me say what I'm about to say a lot here today. Coming off the weekend series, most of these teams' bullpens are compromised. Both of these two teams' bullpens are highly compromised coming into it. I can see this Red Sox team, the bullpen coming in, giving up another 2-3 runs. On the other side, we got Tariq Skubal on the mound. He's looked really good to start off the season. He got roughed up 2 starts ago against the Brewers, pitched into the 6th inning, gave up 4 runs. But last week against the Braves, 7 innings pitched, 2 runs given up. That Braves lineup is a very good hitting team. Skubal has actually saw this Red Sox team 2 weeks ago, pitched into the 6th inning, gave up 1 run. He only pitched into the 6th inning because he struck out 10 guys in that game, had a high pitch count. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Red Sox team that's batting .256 versus left-handed pitching, but they're only slugging .379. They have 5 home runs versus left-handed pitching this season. That's the 5th lowest in Major League Baseball. Looking at this matchup here today for Skubal, I can see him doing what he did in that first start, going about 6-7 innings, giving up a run before he turns it over to this highly taxed Detroit Tigers bullpen. They'll probably come and let up a 2-3 runs themselves. Looking at the weather here today, it's going to be a 70-degree day throughout, but the big thing in this game, 17 mile per hour winds from right field into the diamond, which is going to put left-handed batters at a disadvantage. Let's get to the picks. The Tigers are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total set at 7. I do like the over 7 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Dingler of the Tigers to hit a home run in this game. I also like Skubal to go over his strikeouts line, over 6.5 Ks today. Up next, we got the Phillies in Miami taking on the Marlins. Aaron Nola on the mount for the Phillies, Jansen Junk on the mount for Miami. Alright, getting into this one, the Phillies and the Marlins are wrapping up their 4-game series. The Phillies have won 2 games up to this point. The Phillies, after firing their general manager, they're now 6-4 in their last 10 games played. Looking at the matchup here today though, the Phillies possibly have their worst starting pitcher in Aaron Nola on the mount. He's been getting hit up in all of his starts. In his last 2 outings, 8 innings pitched, 11 runs allowed. The big thing though for me, he saw 2 really good offenses in the Cubs and the Braves. Today he's going to see another really good offense in my opinion in this Miami Marlins team. They're batting .260 versus right-handed pitching, slugging .404. Granted, in their last 6 games played, this Marlins team's only batting .227 as a unit, so they've cooled down of late. But looking at the matchup here today for Aaron Nola against this Miami Marlins offense, he's going to see 6 left-handed bats. He has terrible splits versus lefties. I can see this Marlins lineup putting up 3-4 runs on him. Looking at this Phillies bullpen, they're actually in good shape coming into this game, but I wonder how much it's going to matter when they have to come in and relieve Nola when he's only going to be able to pitch into the 4th, 5th inning. On the other side, we got Jansen Junk on the mount for Miami. He's looked decent to start off the year, but he's coming off 2 really good starts against the Cardinals and the Dodgers. 11 innings pitched against both of those teams combined, no runs given up. Looking at this matchup here today for him, he's going to see a Phillies team, they're only batting .240 versus right-handed pitching. But in their last 6 games played, this Phillies team is batting .260 as a unit with 5 home runs to go along with it. Jansen Junk, another right-handed pitcher that really struggles versus lefties. He's going to be seeing the top of this Phillies order. I can see them getting 2-3 runs off of Jansen Junk here today. This Marlins bullpen, highly compromised coming into this one. Let's get to the picks. The odds makers currently have it as a pick'em spot. It's a 50 cents difference favoring the Phillies, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Miami Marlins on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking 2 Marlins in this game. Give me Hicks to hit a home run. Jansen Junk, the starting pitcher of the Marlins, to go over his strikeouts line, over 3.5 Ks. Up next, we got the Orioles in New York taking on the Yankees. Shane Baz on the mount for the Orioles. Cam Schlittler on the mount for the Yankees. Alright, getting into this one, this is another 4-game series. The Yankees are looking to complete the sweep here of the Orioles. The Orioles have now lost 4 games in a row. Today, they have the right-handed pitcher Shane Baz on the mount. He's not looked good to start off the year. 4.50 ERA, but he is coming off his best start of the season against the Astros. Pitched into the 6th inning, gave up a run. The Astros lineup was featuring 2 left-handed batters that game. Today he's going to be seeing 6 left-handed bats in this Yankees lineup. He is struggling versus lefties. They're currently batting .268 versus bats this season, slugging .220 against them. Looking at this Yankees lineup here today, I can see them getting 3-4 runs off of him. Like another spot where the bullpen is highly compromised for the Orioles. We've said it all series. The Yankees have actually won every game this series, covering the run line. Today they have Cam Schlittler on the mound. This dude has looked amazing to start off the season. 6 starts, 1.51 ERA. His last 3 outings, 20 innings pitched, no runs given up. Looking at this matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing an Orioles lineup that's only batting .230 versus righties. They've been struggling to hit the ball of late in their last 8 games played. They're batting just .227 as a unit. Looking at this game today and the matchup for Cam Schlittler, I can see him going about 7 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to a Yankees bullpen that is also compromised coming into it. The arms that's going to be available here for them today, I can see them coming out giving up 2 or 3 runs themselves. Looking at the weather, it is going to be a hitter-friendly day, 70 degree, 13 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to left field. Let's get to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odds favorites in this game, and we're playing them once again on the run line. The game total set at 8.5, and I do like the over 8.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, 2 Yankees. Jazz Chisholm to hit a home run in this game. Cam Schlittler to go over his strikeouts line, over 6.5 Ks. Next up, we got the Guardians in Kansas City taking on the Royals. Tanner Bybee on the mound for the Guardians. Michael Wacha on the mound for the Royals. Alright, getting into this one, we got the Kansas City Royals coming back home here. They just swept the Mariners in Seattle. This Kansas City Royals team now in their last 10 games played is 7-3. Today's game, they're going to be seeing the right-handed pitcher Tanner Bybee. Bybee's looked solid to start off the season. His last 3 outings, 16 innings pitched, only 3 runs given up. The big thing about that, they were home games for him. When we look at his numbers, even going back to last season, this is a guy that has much better splits in his home games, has terrible numbers in his road games. Looking at the matchup here today for him, this Kansas City Royals team, for one, is batting .241 on the season versus right-handed pitching. Granted, they started off the year ice cold. In their last 8 games played, this Royals team is batting .267 as a unit. They've been killing it of late. I can see this Royals team getting 2 runs off of Bybee here today. Bybee going about 6 innings. Once again, we're going to say it. The bullpens for this Guardians team, highly compromised coming into it. I can see this Guardians bullpen coming in, giving up about 3-4 runs themselves. On the other side, we got Michael Wacha. He's off to a solid start this season. 6 starts, ERA of 3.13. But his last 2 outings, he's been getting hit up against the Orioles and the Athletics. He pitched 10 innings between those 2 games, gave up 10 runs. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's seeing a Guardians team who is struggling this season to hit right-handed pitching. Just batting .221 versus righties with a .367 slugging. Looking at the game here for Michael Wacha, like I said, he's been solid. This is a guy that struggles in his road starts. He had 2 road starts back to back where he struggled back at home here today against the Guardians team that is struggling to hit righties. I can see Michael Wacha go about 6 innings, giving up a run or 2. Granted, this Guardians lineup has 6 left-handed bats. Michael Wacha does struggle with lefties, so I can see him giving up a run or 2. The Kansas City Royals bullpen, it's the 3rd worst bullpen as far as ERA goes. They're 5.60 ERA, but they've been playing much better of late. They have some decent arms available here today for them. I can see them coming into this game kind of stopping the bleeding. The big thing in this game, guys, is going to be the weather. Starting off, we have an 80-degree day, 10 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond out to left field. But as the game goes on, they're projecting rain throughout. So this is a game that could be seeing a lot of delays, if not being called early in the 6th, 7th inning. Let's get to the picks here. The Royals are the betting odds favorites in this game, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5, and I do like the over for this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Pasquantino of the Royals to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Reds in Chicago taking on the Cubs. Petty on the mound for the Reds. Cabrera gets the start for the Cubs. Alright, we're going to run through the rest of the slate here. Looking at the starting pitcher, Petty on the mound for the Reds. This was a guy last season, had 3 outings, pitched 6 innings, gave up 13 runs. He looked absolutely terrible. He has a fastball that only tops out about 94, 95. He struggles versus left-handed bats. He's going to see 6 lefties in this Cubs lineup here today. Very hitter-friendly weather out in Chicago. I do not like this spot for the guy Petty to be making his season debut. I can see this Cubs lineup getting 4 or 5 runs off of him. The Cincinnati Reds bullpen had been one of the best bullpens all season up until about a week ago. Now, in their last 10 games played, the Cincinnati Reds bullpen has a 6.80 ERA. They've been absolutely terrible of late. Their attacks coming into it. On the other side, we got Cabrera on the mound for the Cubs. He's looked shaky to start off the year. Looking at the matchup though here today for him against this Reds team, the Reds are hitting .241 against right-handed pitching. But in the last 6 games, the Cincinnati Reds offense has cooled off dramatically. They're only batting .227 as a unit in their last 6 played. Looking at the Chicago Cubs bullpen, another one, once again, guys, highly compromised. I can see them letting up a bunch of runs when they come into it. I can see Cabrera going about 6 innings, giving up 2. Looking at the weather here today, it's going to be one of the best hitter-friendly games on the schedule. It's going to be 65 degrees, 15-mile-per-hour winds blowing from the diamond straight to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. Chicago Cubs are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 11.5. I do like the under 11.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Ian Happ of the Cubs to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Milwaukee Brewers in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. Chad Patrick on the mound for the Brewers. Leahy on the mound for the Cardinals. Getting straight into this one here, guys. Chad Patrick on the mound for Milwaukee. This is a guy, he's had some really good outings this season. He's an inconsistent pitcher. That's the best way to describe him. Because he'll have a streak of really good outings. Go 3 games in a row, pitching into the 6th inning, giving up a run or 2. Then he'll have a streak where he just gets lit up in back-to-back starts. Looking at the matchup here today for him, I can see him getting hit up in this game. This Cardinals team has been killing right-handed pitching of late. They're batting .257 in their last 6 games played. Chad Patrick is a guy that if he's not working the strikeouts, he is struggling overall to get guys out. He gives up a lot of hard hit balls. The Milwaukee Brewers bullpen does come into this game in a decent position, so I could see them coming in after Chad Patrick goes about 6 innings, gives up 2 runs, coming in and settling it, maybe giving up a run themselves. On the other side, we got Leahy. This guy's been getting lit up all season. He's probably coming off one of his better starts against the Pirates. Looking at this matchup here today for him against this Milwaukee team, they're going to be featuring 6 left-handed bats in the lineup. Their left-handers are batting .270 versus Leahy on the season. I can see them getting three runs off him. He'll probably go about 5 innings like he usually does. The Cardinals bullpen has been playing much better of late, but they still have a 5.40 ERA on the season. Looking at the weather here, it was going to be hitter friendly. It's going to be about 70 degrees with 8-mile-per-hour winds blowing to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The odds makers currently have this game as a pick'em spot. It's a 40 cents difference favoring the Brewers, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking 2 Milwaukee Brewers in this game. Give me Bryce Terang for 2 total bases. Chad Patrick, the starting pitcher, to go over his strikeouts line, over 3.5 Ks. Next up, we got the Dodgers in Houston taking on the Astros. Yamamoto gets the start for the Dodgers. Kurt on the mound for the Astros. Looking at Yamamoto here on the mound for the Dodgers, he's coming off of 2 rough starts back-to-back. 2 lineups, though, he saw that featured 4 or more left-handed batters. Today, he's going to be seeing a Houston Astros lineup that only features 2 left-handed bats. As long as Yamamoto could pitch around Jordan Alvarez, I could see him having success. This Astros team's only batting .230 versus right-handed pitching. They're batting .220 in their last 6 games played. The Dodgers, they just snapped their losing streak. They had lost 5 games in a row. They finally broke it. Their bullpen is actually in decent shape coming into this game. So if Yamamoto could go about 6-7 innings, give up a run, I could see the bullpen coming in, handling business. On the other side, this is the big thing. We got this guy Okert opening up the game. He's expected to go an inning or so. The Houston Astros bullpen is the only bullpen in Major League Baseball with the ERA over 6 for the year. On the season, they have a 6.35 ERA. This is going to be a bullpen day here for them today. It's going to be down in Houston, warm weather. I can see this Dodgers team breaking their cold streak, putting up a bunch of runs here today. Let's just get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting off favorites in this game, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking 2 Dodgers in this game. Give me Muncy to hit a home run, Yamamoto to go over his strikeouts line over 5.5 Ks. Next up, we got the White Sox in Los Angeles taking on the Angels. Davis Martin on the mound for the White Sox. Soriano gets a start for the Angels. Getting straight into this one here, this is actually a very good pitching matchup. Both of these starting pitchers have looked really good to start off the season. Davis Martin here, ERA below 2. He's looked really sharp. The big thing with Davis Martin is he's a ground ball pitcher. Or I should say he pitches for contact. A lot of pop flies, a lot of ground outs. He's going to be seeing 6 right-handed bats in his lineup today, 4 lefties. I like this spot for Davis Martin here today to come out, pitch 6 innings, give up a run. The White Sox bullpen, once again, guys, a broken record, is not in good shape coming into this one. On the season, they have a 5.15 ERA. The bullpen has actually been playing much better of late. That is one thing I like, but like I said, they're highly taxed coming into it. I could see them letting up 2 or 3 runs when they come into this game. On the other side, we got Soriano on the mound for the Angels. He's probably off to the best start any starting pitcher is having this season. ERA right now below 1. Look, earlier this year, I want to say 2 weeks ago, he saw this White Sox team. Gave up 3 runs to them in 6 innings pitched. Really struggled with his command in that game in Chicago. Back at home here today where he really pitches good. I can see him going about 6 innings, giving up a run or 2. He's a ground ball pitcher that does work the strikeout, and that's where I think he'll be able to have his success. This White Sox lineup strikes out the 4th most out of any team in Major League Baseball. The Angels bullpen is going to be the big determining factor for them. Their bullpen has not been playing well of late. Super tax coming into it. I can see them letting up a bunch of runs when Soriano gets taken out in this game, and it depends how long Soriano goes. Let's get to the picks here. The Angels are the betting off favorites in this game, and I like the Road Dogs in this spot. Give me the Chicago White Sox on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Montgomery of the White Sox for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Braves in Seattle taking on the Mariners. Richie gets a start for Atlanta. Gilbert on the mound for Seattle. J.R. Richie here on the mound for Atlanta. The rookie pitcher's made 2 starts this season. He's looked really good to start off his career. The Braves just played in Colorado, now traveling here to Seattle. They used up their bullpen the whole series out there in Colorado. Their bullpen's highly taxed coming into it. They got hit up in that. Their bullpen arms really got hit up in that series as well. Looking at J.R. Richie here, he's going about 5-6 innings every start. They're really going to need him to do that in this game here today. Looking at the matchup for J.R. Richie, he's going to be seeing a Seattle lineup that's batting .240 versus right-handed pitching, but batting just .230 as a unit in their last 6 games played. Their bats have kind of cooled off of late. I can see Richie going about 6 innings, giving up a run in this one. On the other side, we got Logan Gilbert on the mound for Seattle. He's looked solid in his last 3 outings. He was looking kind of rocky to start off the season, but he's gotten back on track of late. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Braves team that's just been killing right-handed pitching. They're batting .270 versus righties, 35 home runs to go along with it. I can see Logan Gilbert coming out here today struggling, giving up a bunch of runs. The Seattle Mariners bullpen is highly compromised coming into this one. Out in Seattle, pitcher-friendly ballpark. It's going to be a pitcher-friendly evening game there today. Let's get to the picks. The Mariners are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I know it sounded like I was leaning towards the Road Dogs, but I do like the Mariners in this game. Give me Seattle on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I got this a 5-6 game for Seattle. I like the over 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Josh Naylor of the Mariners to hit a home run today. Final game of the day, we got the Padres in San Francisco taking on the Giants. Vasquez on the mound for San Diego, McDonald on the mound for the Giants. The Padres just lost a series at home to the White Sox, now traveling out to San Francisco. They do have their best starting pitcher on the mound in Vasquez. He's looked very good to start off the season. He actually has very good numbers against this Giants team in the past matchups. I can see him coming out here today, pitching about 6 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to this Padres bullpen that is in good shape coming into it. They'll have the advantage late in this one. On the other side, we got McDonald making his season debut. This was a guy that looked terrible in his prior seasons when he was up in the majors. There's a reason he didn't start up in the majors. He was struggling with his command. I can see this Padres team getting 2-3 runs off of him. This Giants team has actually been the Giants bullpen has actually been playing very well in their last 10 games played. They have a bullpen ERA of 2.70. It's out in San Francisco, pitcher-friendly ballpark. There's going to be wind blowing in here today. Let's get to the picks. The Padres are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. I got this a 4-2 game for the Padres. I like the under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Jackson Merrill of the Padres for 2 total bases today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. Our first bet will be our ladder play. Yesterday the Rockies burnt us, but today we're going right back to them. I like this spot for them. We're playing the Rockies on the money line. We're getting them at plus 126. This is our ladder play of the day. Next up, we have a 2-leg home run parlay we're going to be playing here today. We're taking Pasquantino of the Kansas City Royals, and we're taking Muncy of the Los Angeles Dodgers, a 2-leg home run parlay today. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're going to be playing here today. We started off with the New York Yankees on the run line. We're then going to play the Cincinnati Reds Chicago Cubs game total to go under 11.5 total runs. And we wrap up the parlay with the San Diego Padres on the run line. And our final bet of the day will be another 3-leg parlay. We started off with the Miami Marlins on the money line. We're then going to play that Cleveland Guardians Kansas City Royals game total to go over 8.5 total runs. And we wrap up the parlay with the Chicago White Sox on the money line. Once again guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's miserable Mondays. I hope you start this week off on the right leg. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. I hope we all win some money here today. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.